What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. Today we're going to be doing the unboxing and first impressions of the new TCL V30 Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the TCL V30 right here. Now this is a device that came out a couple months ago. I just didn't get around to unboxing it, but huge shout out to TCL for actually sending this device out. They did not pay me. They did not ask me to say good things about the phone. So this is just my unbiased unboxing and impressions. So first and foremost, if you go to the right side of the phone, as you guys can see, we have a 6.67 inch Full HD Plus display. We have a 2 GHz octa-core processor in this device. Our main camera is going to be 50 megapixels. We're going to have 128 gigabytes of internal storage and 4 gigabytes of RAM in this device. I believe about 20% of the storage is going to be used once you boot up the device, and we have a pretty beefy 4500 mAh battery inside of here. This is going to be a Verizon exclusive for all I know right now. I think it's going to stay at Verizon. If it's unlocked, I'll definitely update in the comments down below. But this device is going to be about $299. So yeah, let's go ahead and open up this device. All right guys, so we have the phone right here. Let's go ahead and take the top off. We have the device right here. Put that to the side. And it looks like we have a bunch of other stuff. So right here we have our SIM ejector tool. We also have our quick reference guide. We have our USB Type-C data cable. And of course we have our TCL branded wall charger. And that is everything that you get in the box. Let's go ahead and take this out of the packaging. Now, first impressions, I think this is a very sexy looking phone. I believe this is like midnight gray, they call it. They only have one color with this phone at this time. But first and foremost, right side of the phone, we have our power button. Just above that, we have our volume up and down rocker. Bottom of the phone, we have our speaker. We also have a noise canceling mic and our USB Type-C port. Left side of the phone, we have our SIM tray. I believe you can upgrade your storage up to 1 terabyte with a micro SD card. And the top of the phone, we have a noise canceling mic, as well as our 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Now back of the phone, we have our TCL logo and we have our 5G logo. So pretty minimalistic. There's not too much text. Just above that TCL logo, we do have our fingerprint sensor on the back of the phone. Now, some people like this, some people don't. I don't really care where the fingerprint's placed, honestly. It's cool. And back of the phone, of course, we have our quad camera setup with our LED at the bottom, but we're just going to go ahead and boot this up and see how this looks. All right, everybody, so we are finally in the phone, just going around the UI. As you guys can see, we have tons of bloatware, but the great thing is we can uninstall this bloatware if we would like to. So all you have to do is hold on the application, click more info, and uninstall the application. Going to the drop-down bar menu, we have things like Wi-Fi, mobile data, flashlight, Bluetooth, auto rotate. We also have Next Vision, which basically gives you access to HDR video through YouTube and other social media platforms, so that's always great to see. We also have dark mode right there. We have our hotspot. We have a native screen recorder, which is great to see. We have our one-handed mode, and if we go into the add or the edit right here, we can add a few more things. We have focus mode, we have bedtime mode, PC mode, and reading mode. Now, as far as the display, I feel like the colors look pretty good. They actually did a really good job on this display. The bezels are very thin at the top and the sides. We just have a little bit of a thicker bezel at the bottom of the device, but I feel like all in all, this is a very good design language, seeing that we do have a hole punch camera for a front-facing camera instead of like a teardrop notch. Obviously, we have that headset right above that. That's going to be a very thin headset tucked away right there, so you can barely even see it. Obviously, this phone is 5G ready as well, and they've actually given me service on this phone that I've been using, and it's been good so far. I definitely like Verizon. I definitely think they're a good source of 5G, and I think they have good connectivity as well, and they have pretty good coverage, so don't want to do a whole review on that, but everything looks good so far. The thing about this device as well is we actually have reversible charging, so that's really cool. This phone seems pretty feature packed for around $299 being a Verizon device, so I feel like this is definitely going to be a pretty decent budget phone from Verizon. I know $300 is not usually around that price tag, but I feel like for, you know, Verizon customers, this is a pretty budget phone. As far as what we're running, we have Android 11, and as you guys can see, we're on version 3 for TCL, whatever custom software they're running on here. So we're on Android 11. I'm not sure what the updates are going to bring on here, but we also have the January 1st, 2022 security patch, so that's nice to see. And as far as our processor, I believe we have a Snapdragon 480 5G inside this device. So gaming like PUBG, Call of Duty Mobile, and all those first-person shooters and competitive online games should run pretty smoothly on this device. And we're going to go ahead and check that out later if you guys want me to go ahead and, play some games on this device and show you how it runs. Definitely want to get in the camera right now though. Let's go ahead and check that out. As you guys can see, we have our auto, we have video, we also have our portrait mode, which is nice to see. We have our AI color, and we have our pro mode where you have more control over all of that. As far as our video, I believe we can go up to 1080p 30 frames per second. I don't think we can go above that yet. So we have 480p at 30 or 1080p at 30, and we also have the 720p option. All aspect ratios are going to be 16:9, other than the 4:3 ratio you're going to get obviously with 480p. So we had a decently quick shutter speed right there. And even with lighting, I feel like the photos come out a little bit darker, as you guys see, but that is a pretty good quality clear photo. You can even see the little dust particles on it. So the quality looks good so far. The lighting, I'm gonna have to test this out in different conditions later on, but so far this looks pretty decent. And I can't stress enough how decent this display looks for full HD. I believe this is just an LCD IPS panel, but it looks really, really good. And I think TCL has done a good job with this because they've kind of mastered displays over time. I mean, they're a TV brand, so obviously they're going to have some pretty decent displays on here. And segueing into the display, we're just going to go check out YouTube right now, test out the speakers, and see how a HDR video looks. Alright everyone, so we are currently watching at 1080p 60 frames per second. We're going to turn the volume all the way down, but this is an ultra 4K video. As you guys see, HDR video as well. Display looks beautiful on this device. You guys are going to have no problem watching these beautiful 1080p 60 frame per second videos on here. Colors are really good, saturation is decent, and everything looks good, especially for the price tag. This is really, really nice. The other cool thing about the entertainment part of this device is that we actually have stereo speakers, so it's going to be very captivating. This actually gets really, really loud. Let's go and turn this up. Very, very loud speaker on here. Very clear as well. Honestly, it's on the more clear side than tinnier. Yeah, I just think the reproduction of the sound watching videos on here, I can barely even talk because it's so loud. But yeah, I think the volume that we're getting from both speakers on here is very, very decent, and I feel like it's even like comparable to the Galaxy A53 5G. Maybe that's a little bit better, but this has a really, really good speaker for the price on this device. So impressed on the speaker, impressed with the display. The service on this device has been really good so far, so I don't have any gripes or anything with this device. I feel like the only con I have so far is that we have so much bloatware on these Verizon devices, but you can go ahead and uninstall those, so there's a solution to that. But I feel like this is a pretty solid device from TCL right here. Really cool stuff, reversible charging. We got that 480 5G in here, 128 gigabytes of storage, so we have a decent storage option, even buying a phone at $299. There's some phones that only give you 64 gigabytes and you're dropping like $800 to $1,000 on them for their base model. So pretty decent stuff from here so far. I feel like this is an all-around solid phone. Obviously the design language isn't really like crazy or dynamic. We have that just chocolate bar camera cutout right there, and we have our fingerprint sensor on the back, but other than that, I feel like this is a pretty solid device. But yeah guys, hopefully you did enjoy this unboxing and first impressions. We're gonna get the full review of this device done very, very soon, but if you did, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing, as well as hitting the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been Zafar from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.